So I want you to go back to 2016, 2017 and imagine a Prime Westbrook. Better yet, I'll show him to you.
Score off the bench. Here's a turnover. Butler. Oh, wow!
The playground.
Thompson. Fournier pulls up to the three-point line. No. Orlando 4 out of 12 from 3. They hit ahead. Westbrook the counter. It'll be Evans. 10 points. Corey Joseph. Westbrook the crossover drive and throws it down. Oh! 1 out of 7 from beyond the arc. 3 for 10 overall.
Now, one thing that makes Westbrook special beyond his competitiveness and his pure athleticism is the way that he uses it. Westbrook is the definition of maximizing your athleticism. So I thought, imagine a prime Russell Westbrook, but better. So first things first, Westbrook is one of the greatest point guards to ever play the game of basketball. And Thompson is a young player who has a lot to prove. Do I think he'll prove it? Probably. Now, the point of comparing these players is that these are two elite athletes that know how to maximize their athleticism in the basketball court. This is something that I believe a lot of elite athletes in the game don't do. Guys like John Morant, Anthony Edwards, Shaedon Sharpe, Zion, and even right now, LeBron. But he is older, so I'll give him a pass. But these are all great players, great athletes, the greatest of athletes we have ever seen across any sport. But I don't believe they maximize their athleticism on a basketball court. So what does it mean to maximize your athleticism, or better yet, your athletic impact on the game, and why does it matter? Now, let's start with the second question. Why does it matter? The reason why I'm making this video in the first place is to prove that athleticism on the basketball court expands way beyond just slashing to the paint and dunking on someone. And nowadays in the game, there are plenty of players that can do that, and plenty of them are deemed elite athletes. The problem is that's only 10 to 20% of the game. Where is that athleticism the remaining 80% of the game? If you maximize your athleticism, your athletic potential, impact on the basketball court throughout the whole game, throughout all facets of the game, you can really raise hell on the basketball court. I'm lying? Roll the film.
Well, Colin Sexton's speed is his asset.
Walk in the locker room. Right now he's being reevaluated. Oh, looks
Westbrook and Thompson, and even his brother Asar Thompson, are three players that jump just as high going for a dunk as they do for an offensive rebound or a defensive rebound, or even a block. They're three guys that run just as fast slashing to the paint as they do going for a steal or a loose ball. They accelerate and decelerate on offense just as well as they do on defense. So while I'll be comparing these two players quite a bit, I want you to focus more on their similarities more than anything. How they maximize their athleticism and how they carry it around all facets of the game. Now, with Thompson, his potential lies with his size, his length, and his overall frame. Something that Westbrook lacks in. He's a point guard, he's 6'3", and he's just not as long and big as Thompson. So just off of the frame alone, you can see that Thompson has a lot more potential than Westbrook, because Thompson, for the most part, he can guard 1 through 3, for sure. And he can probably, if not now, in the future, guard 1 through 4. His length, his size, his athleticism makes him capable of keeping up with anyone and blocking pretty much any shot attempt that he's guarding. So as long as he continues to play hard, his impact will be crazy. Now, Westbrook's biggest downfall throughout his career has been his decision making, more specifically when it matters the most. I think that comes from a place of him being overly passionate and not knowing how to balance it, not knowing when to turn it off, when to turn it on, when to get his teammates involved, and when to shoot. With Thompson, I really don't see that problem at all. He's passionate, he's competitive, but he's really smart and he's really level-headed. Now, playmaking-wise, I actually believe that Thompson is a better playmaker than Russ. Now, it may not show itself on the stat sheet. He may not ever average 10 assists just because he has a lot of talent, a lot of young, hungry guys that are trying to come up with him. So it's going to be tough. He just got Jalen Green off the team, so he'll have the ball in his hands a little bit more, but I just don't see him averaging the same amount of assists as Westbrook, who will essentially, to some capacity, stat chase at some times. But Thompson still is an elite playmaker. He drives and kicks very well. He slashes, gets to the paint with ease. As we all know, his passing IQ is just significantly better, and his passing accuracy even is significantly better than Russell Westbrook. As you know, Russell Westbrook for a couple years in OKC had some free reign to do whatever he wants, had the ball in his hands, and didn't have I guess, elite players around him. He always had maybe a two option, but he's always been the guy for the most part. Amen Thompson is going to have a battle, especially with KD now on the team. He's going to have a battle being that top option. So it'll be harder for him to have the ball in his hands at will. But I do believe he will showcase how elite of a playmaker it is. And I actually believe he could really play the one if need be. But it may not show itself. It'll probably show itself at some point in the future. But overall, Amen Thompson and Russell Westbrook are two apples from the same tree. They're two super athletic players that maximize their athletic impact within a game. And that's why a lot of people are getting super excited over Amen Thompson. He's someone who can drive to the paint at will, slash, play make, defend, block shots, steal, has great length, great size, hunt every board, and defend your best player, which is really a rare sight to see in the league. A lot of people look at Amen Thompson and watch his game and they don't see it. They don't understand why he's such a special player, why he has so much potential. And to be honest, if you're one of those guys, the truth is you don't understand the full impact. You don't understand what really goes into the game of basketball, what really goes into making game-winning plays. He does everything well for such a young player, and the only thing that he needs to improve at this point is his jump shot. Once it starts falling, it's a wrap. So back to the purpose of this video, I want you to take this with you. Don't work on becoming super athletic just to dunk. Use your athleticism across the board. Now, if you love the game of basketball, you gotta take this and apply it. If you just want to dunk or basketball is not that serious for you, ignore what I'm saying. But if you love the game and you respect the game, maximize your athleticism across the board. Don't just be someone who can jump high and dunk. If you jump high, make sure you use that athleticism to grab boards also, to block shots, to make your defender uncomfortable. If you're someone who's super fast, make sure you're able to slash to the paint, but also use that speed to play great defense, to get up and down the court, to dive for loose balls, to do everything that'll help your team win. Athleticism is more than slashing and dunking and the flashy stuff. If you have athleticism, elite athleticism, use it across the board and watch how far it takes you. Watch how much it transforms your game and watch how much your teammates respect you. So you're gonna have to do the dirty work. And I know that part of this is athleticism and part of this is just heart and competitiveness. But if you have the athleticism and you have the physical gifts, apply yourself. Don't let your athleticism go to waste. So thank you for watching. This is my July takeover. Just like Flight got June, Jiggy got July. Tap into all my upcoming videos. And very soon I'm looking to launch some memberships. I'll make it super cheap, probably like $3 or $4 if you want to support. You'll have access to a few things that I'll list below. Once I get it all situated, I'll lay it out, the benefits of it. But realistically, it's to help support me, help me get more content out, and to be more creative with what I'm doing. So I thank you guys again for watching. I'm Jiggy Hills, and I'm out, bruh.